Hey, this is King Simon. Remember, make sure you go to my website, kingsimonproductions.wordpress.com. That's kingsimonproductions.wordpress.com, or Linktree at King Simon the Numerovation. Get all 4 of my books, and of course, that's the Numerovation for mental stability. Numbers are simple, people are complicated. Numbers are simple, children's health is important, and no promotion is bad promotion. Just spell my name right. Make sure you get them now on all my links. That's kingsimonproductions.wordpress.com. Go now. Oh, yes. What's up, family? How are you? Tonight we got a special show. This is a special broadcast on a Monday. Haven't broadcast on a Monday in a long time. So tonight we have a special show with Napah Shadah. It's going to be in the building. That's right. The Metaphysics of Religion or Real Legions. Oh, yeah. It's going to be right here on King Simon as we unwrap and unpack this topic here, because this is crazy. It's going to be off the hook. Also, don't forget, Nepal has a big classes coming up. She got an Esoteric and Metaphysical and Kemetic Bible classes beginning on December the 21st. That's right, 12/21/21. That's December 21st on the winter solstice. And that's right, she'll be doing a 13-week course. Tuition is $20 per week for 13 weeks. Scholarships and payment plans available. All you have to do is contact Sister Nepal at the email that you see, and of course at her number 347-707-8810. That's a 347-707-8810. So make sure you hit her up and show that love to Sister Nepal. Of course, we got to big up all the things that's coming up. Also, don't forget this coming Wednesday, we have Brother Taki and Felicia Harden. Happy City Tour screening and panel discussion. We're going to be having the executive producers of Happy right here alongside, of course, the team, the KSP team. So you want to be in the building on Wednesday, December the 1st at 8 p.m. Make sure you subscribe so you can be notified for what's coming up. Also, I just spoke to Baba James Smalls. He'll be on Sunday, December the 5th. That's Sunday, December the 5th at 5 p.m. sharp. That's Professor James Smalls coming in live and direct right here. King Simon Presents. And don't forget, on December the 8th, we have the priestess herself, Priestess Yendes Nefer Atum, speaking about stop suffering in silence. Become a menopause goddess. And this is for both men and women who wants to help people that are going through menopause. That's what we're going to be doing on December the 8th, live and direct. So if you want to be in the building, you know the deal. Also, don't forget, I got things coming to the Mountains of Stone, Crystal City. That's right. It's going to be coming in 2022, live and direct at Stone Mountain Village. So I got like 3 venues that I'm going to be working out. It's going to be live and direct and powerful. And I got a big announcement to happen on December the 1st. I'm going to talk about that big announcement coming up on December the 1st. And of course, my partners in Vibe, we're going to be going into whatever we want to go to, with whatever topic you want to touch. We're going to be talking about it on Wednesdays, and more likely after the Happy interview, we're going to be talking to them briefly, and then we're going to be talking about whatever topic you want to go down in that road. Also, if you want to support our beautiful sister, she does health insurance, Sensei. Shirley does health insurance. Make sure you contact at the email that you see right there, Shirley STC. That's shirleystc@gmail.com. Remember, it's only for those who live in the New York tri-state area. Serious inquiries only. Protect your health. It is your wealth. Also, if you are an author or a journalist and you want some editing services, this sister can help you. Susie Script. All you have to do is give her a call at 914-361-9467. That's 914-361-9467. Or you can email her at susies.script11@gmail.com. That's susies.script11@gmail.com. If you want to help your beautiful sisters with fibroid tumors of all kinds, anything going going on internally and externally, this sister can help you at pedalwise.com. Big up to pedalwise.com. They got some great testimonials going on right now. Make sure you go to their website, pedalwise.com. And don't forget, you get the 10% off coupon code. Use the 10% off coupon code, and that's King 2021, King 2021, and tell them King Simon sent you. Also, make sure you show some love to my beloved friend and one of my teachers, Lloyd-Strayhorn.com. That's Lloyd-Strayhorn.com. Make sure you get his book, get his newsletter, and don't forget, take his classes. They got the beginner's class and the intermediate class all streaming through Udemy. And don't forget, my holistic Numerovation course is going to be going through Udemy, also part of it. And then if you want the full part of it, all you have to do is text me or email me, and you could get the full 8-hour link. And of course, it's all 9 phases you'll get of my course. That's how we do it. If you want my books, please go to Linktree/King Simon the Numerovator. That's Linktree/King Simon the Numerovator. And you can get all my books through the Linktree. If you want to do a session with me, all you have to do is text me your full name and date of birth to 347-496-1022. That's 347-496-1022. And remember, I do have a waiting list, so don't play. I got a waiting list, so I'm not playing with you. You know how we do. Content disclaimer. The views, comments, and opinions expressed by guest speakers or authors on this YouTube channel do not necessarily reflect or represent the views and opinions held by this channel's broadcasters and its sponsors. Parental guidance is advised. And disclaimer, copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, education, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statutes that might otherwise be infringing. So just want to let y'all know that as we continue to do that, don't forget tonight's show is coming up at 9 o'clock sharp. We got the one, the only Napah Shadah coming in. Let's give her a well-deserved round of applause as we're going to be able to welcome her in a few minutes. You know what it is. You know what it is. All right. Let's show me in the building. Let's show me in the building. How you feeling? 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 Whoop. Oh man, we got a special show for you. We got a special show for you. We got a special shoot for you. Man. We're going to eat this airwave alive tonight. So make sure you share, like. We got Napah Shadah coming in the building. That's right, coming up at the 9 o'clock hour. She just texted me. She says she will be in time. She will be on time. She's finishing up a client. So big up to her. Yeah, man, I'm telling you. Big up to people like Sonetta TV, who also introduced me to her energy. And of course, she is a beloved, one of his beloved wives. So enough respect to my brother Sonetta all the time. So tonight we're gonna have a mind-blowing show. And I'm telling you, family, one thing about me, if you don't know me, if you think you know me now, wait until tonight, baby. That's the old song. But look here, tonight's show. Respectfully, this is a troll-free zone, so trolls, please take a stroll somewhere else. Oh, please just thumb up and like and thumb up and share the video. We ain't got no time for the trolling. Let me change the color of this thing here, because I think I want to put a nice spiritual purple color. Let me see if I can change the color real quick. Boom. Let me go to my color scheme right quick. Let's see the color scheme. Let's go to a nice little purple, because we got royalty coming in the building. We got Napah Shadah coming in the building. Want to make sure I got this royal purple coming in. All right, let's do it for that color. I like that color there. So we're going to use that color. I hope everybody had a great weekend. Did I just throw on a little straight home thing again? Oh, yeah. I hope everybody had a great weekend. I did. We had a great celebration with Dr. Sabi's celebration. Mama Pill was there. Blue Pill, Red Pill was there. Shaw Bates was in the building. Also, Sacred Secret, who I've had on the show. All of them I've had on the show. I got to get Amber Hassan on my show. I definitely got to get Mama Pill on the show. Working on a lot of stuff coming up. You know, like you see, of course, you got You got Felicia and Taki coming on, the executive producer of Hoppy coming on. And don't forget, we got something on menopause with Priestess Yendez coming in. Don't forget, Professor James Smalls is coming in. And on the 19th of December, I got a special guest co-host, the one, the only Kaba Hiawatha Kamene. He's going to be doing his thing. Give him a round of applause. Also, let me put that applause button on. Give him a round of applause. And we're going to have live and direct the one, the only grandson of the late, great Henrietta Lacks. They're going to be on the airwaves with me on December the 19th. Ron Lacks is going to be. Make sure you get the book, The Untold Story of Henrietta Lacks. Not the commercial stuff that they put on with Oprah and Rebecca Sklootz. You know, white woman born on September 19th doing her thing. You know what it is. But I'm telling your family, we're going to have Ron Lacks coming in live and direct. I'm going to see if I can get him on Sonetta's show. I'm going to see if I can get him on Brother Rich's show, because Ron Lacks' story about Henrietta Lacks, all those cells that they stole from Johns Hopkins Hospital and health facility, and they used her cells throughout the whole world for cancer research and all that stuff. They're still alive and well and still helping out with the polio vaccine. They helped out with the polio research, all different forms of cancer. And Brother Kaba Hiawatha has been doing a deep, in-depth research about that. So it's gonna be off the hizzle for shizzle for sure. I'm telling you, it is 3 minutes before the top of an hour, and I see. Hey, wait a minute! I see somebody in my background. I see one of my co-hosts. I didn't know they were gonna come up. You know, I see one of these beautiful people coming up. Let me show that picture. The picture of her coming up right now. This is her. This is her in this picture right here on the left hand, the right hand side. It might be your left, my right, but of course, this is her also. Gotta big up this. Of course, she got things going on. She got things going on with the health. If you need health insurance throughout the New York State area, some of y'all need health insurance because some of y'all crazy as all hell. Let's welcome the one, the only sensei, Shirley in the What's up, sensei?
How are you?
I didn't know if you were gonna make it.
I couldn't miss it. It was a special invitation, and I'm so grateful to be here. Thank you so much for the invite.
Well, you're welcome. Let's give you a round of applause for all that you're doing, all that you're training in New York. You're beating up all people or showing people how to beat up people. So that's what it's all about. You know, using one finger.
That's right.
If you have to, if you must,
you must to save your life. Yes,
save your life. Dig up in that nose and pull them down if you got to. You know? Oh yeah. Grab them hands and pull them back, and that hair, and that throw them around. You know what I'm saying? Woo!
My language. You know, this makes me smile so hard, and it's
yes. So I see our special guest in the background. She's gonna be coming up in the next 1 minute. But how was your weekend so far, beautiful sister?
My weekend was great. I couldn't be happier to have family around.
So yes, that's right. We are family.
I got all my sisters with
me. You know I'm gonna have some fun. This is what we do.
Yes, you are, and I love it.
I don't care. Like I said, family, let me put up some disclaimers here. First and foremost, boom, respectfully, this is a troll-free zone. So trolls, please take a stroll somewhere else, of course. And you know, let me make sure I got the real disclaimer up here, because I got somebody on here that's gonna be fire. She's a Gemini and she's full of energy. So look here, the real disclaimer is the content disclaimer. We want to make sure the content disclaimer is up and running. You want to read that, Sensei? Go ahead.
Sir.
Please.
Content disclaimer: the views, comments, and opinions expressed by guests, speakers, or authors on this YouTube channel do not necessarily reflect or represent the views and opinions held by this channel's broadcaster and its sponsors. Parental guidance is advised.
We're gonna make sure we do what we do. So, The time is 9:01, and 9 plus 1 equals 10, and she's born on the 10th of the month. I want to welcome right here on King Simon Presents for the first mother flipping time. Let's welcome the one, the only, Napah Shadah in the
building. Yes. Welcome. Oh.
Peace. Can you hear me okay?
Yes, we can. I like the background, girl. You was like in a hotel over the skyline or something.
I'm actually, I'm not going to, the people. Anyway.
Okay. Never mind.
We already. So peace to you. Peace to both of you, beautiful sister, and to you, King, and to your audience. I'm excited. I'm feeling the ritual about to begin. We're about to do a ritual on everybody.
Exactly. Now, first of all, let me get the business out the way, because I want to make sure everybody know I designed this for you. Napah Shadah's upcoming classes, the Esoteric and Metaphysics and the Kemetic Bible classes, begin on December the 21st, 2021. That's the winter solstice time right there. 13-week course. Tuition is $20 a week for 13 weeks. Scholarship and payment plans available. Contact Nepal, and that's the email. You could contact our sister. You could call her at 347-707-8810. That's 347-707-8810. Do not call her now because she's on the show, so stop playing. So please email and call for information. And of course, let me make sure that's right and exact. So we make sure we're doing good on that. We want to make sure the vibes is right, and all her contact is right here on the below. We're going to make sure we have all her contact right here. Of course, her Cash App, her PayPal. Spread love. Make sure you spread love, and don't forget her YouTube channels. These are her YouTube channels now. Napah Shadah, and of course Napah the Aurist. That's what it is.
The Aurist, yes. Healing. Aurist, and Aurist is someone who actually heals with sound.
Powerful. Well, I am proud of your journey, my sister. I am proud of your children's journey, your journey, because I know you was in the modeling, the entertainment. Tell our audience before we go into it, tell our audience about Napah Shadah. Where's she from, what she's about, what she's been about, and what she's moved on to now, please.
Well, that's too broad, and you did call, I'm a Gemini, so I don't want to take the show over. But, I'm Napah Shadah. I am a mother. I'm a wife. I am a healer. I'm a lot. So what I really like to do, I'm also a friend. So I really like to do, because I'll be up here all night. If you want to get a little bit more specific.
Well, yes, let's get some.
King Simon, I will, and this sister will be like, sleep.
I know. No.
But there's a lot to me. A lot of signs.
You're in the right place.
You're in the right place.
Okay.
You got an Aquarius, which is me. You got a Libra, which is her, and you got a Gemini, which is you. So we good.
This is all air.
All air.
It's all air. Okay, so I feel good. Now I can see. You should have told me that before. I would have let it. No, but really.
Yeah.
You wanted to ask me. I can tell you this, though.
Go ahead.
Somebody's calling me, King Simon.
I told you. I knew it. See, people are terrible. See, I told them not to do it. See, they don't listen. People don't listen. Go ahead.
No, it's okay. So let's talk about me as what I do and what I teach, and my journey. Connecting. Let's vibe, because we have this opportunity to have the whirlwind in here. So let's vibe together. You keep on putting me on the big screen.
I have to.
Why? I want to look at you guys. I need to.
I'll bring you back when we're ready to ask questions. I'll bring you back in. Don't worry.
Okay. I don't want to hog the.
Go ahead.
Okay, so let's talk about what I'm teaching and what I've learned. And what I really want for everyone, which is really for us to vibe higher. We all have levels that we're on. And I believe, because everybody brace yourselves, I'm actually a Hebrew Israelite, and I do follow the Bible, but I believe that we're all trying to reach our God selves, which is biblical.
Yeah.
So really, I just want to be able to vibe with people who are on my level and willing to vibe even higher to Godhood. Now, the ones who are not on my level, who are what we would call toxic, I call them lead people. They vibrate low. Sometimes I do go down and visit them for whatever reason, but ultimately I want to help pull them up. If they don't want to come up, then that's up to them. I don't proselytize. I don't evangelize. I just want people to see a better way besides, pushing yourself into a religion and saying, because I say I'm a Hebrew Israelite, or because I say I'm Muslim, or because I say I'm Christian, I have to stay in that box. And if you notice, by the way, I have my Bible.
Yes, praise the Lord. Praise the Lord.
I'm going to start asking you guys some questions. What's your name, Sister Sensei? Oh, Sensei Shirley. Sensei Shirley, King Simon. What shape is this? It's a Bible.
Rectangular.
It's a rectangular prism.
Right.
Now, that's a box, right? Because the Bibles, these holy writings weren't books. They were scrolls. They were spiraling. A scroll, when you think of a scroll, you think of a something turning, revolving. And that energy is so vibrant and pure, and it does, it brings you to a higher level. But then the holy writings were put into books.
Right.
So what happened was we're put into boxes, boxes. A book is like a box. And if someone doesn't realize that, they put themselves into the book instead of unraveling and drawing out like a scroll. So you get what I'm saying? So we could go from that foundation and go from there and vibe. You get what I'm saying? The reason I said it is because everyone's like, get rid of the Bible, get rid of the Quran. No, those are books. You don't get rid of divine writings. I said one time to someone, the Bible is grimoire, and they wanted to go find to lynch me and said, you're blasphemous. I don't know if you're familiar with grimoire. Anybody?
No. Please explain.
Grimoire is like they're ancient magic books, and people, they say, oh no, the Bible isn't that. Magic is evil, but the Bible is really basically a book of grimoire. You invoke the spirit of the Most High. You ask people who believe in Jesus, they invoke that spirit. They invoke the spirit of the Holy Spirit, the Holy Ghost. So what I'm saying is, books are very, for lack of better words, magical. There's so much energy to draw from any holy writing. Me personally, I know that the Bible includes every so-called religion, every holy writing that you can think of is it already in that one book. So you don't have to go to the Bhagavad Gita. You don't have to go to the Emerald Well, you should read all those. But like Bhagavad Gita, Emerald Tablets, Quran, even the Book of the Day coming forth. I just have this paperback, but anyway, so all of that is in the Bible. And you know what I found out recently? I don't know if you've seen my lessons I did on Sonnetter. I'm doing a series. Shout out to the HOK.
That's right.
House of Consciousness.
House of Consciousness. That's right.
Long live Sonnetter. So
my brother.
Yes, your brother. Yes, sir. You've known him decades. So I found out that the Torah is Kemetic. It has a Kemetic foundation. I was so excited. What do you want to do? What do you think about that? Because do you either of you study the Torah, or what Bibles or books? I shouldn't say Bibles, holy books do you study?
Well, definitely. I have, and I know Sensei have done it from her own perspective. But yes, definitely going through Islam and going through the Kemetic teachings, bringing in a lot of these grand masters I've worked with in history. So definitely powerful. But what's so interesting, as much as there is a light side to those things, there's also a dark side.
Oh yes.
To all of that, and there's a deeper spiritual, high spiritual science to all of them. You know, where you might find with the Jews dealing with gematria, Kabbalah, or you might find the Muslims dealing with the Sufism, and you might find the Christians dealing with the Gnostics and going to those levels there.
Right.
You know, I want to unwrap that, but I want to make sure Sensei got a question. If she got a question, she could jump right in.
Yes. Let me hear from my Libra, right?
Yes.
My Libra sister. She's going to bring the balance.
Yes, bring the balance, please. I'll bring to that.
She's going to ask some tough questions, too. I know how you need to. But I love it. Come on, sis. What are you? I know you have some good questions.
I'm so happy that you brought up the Bible, because a lot of people do have, a lot of people are very skeptical about the word and about bringing in other words and vibrating high. So when we speak of these things, spirituality instead of religion, people tend to say that people in the church, right, tend to say that it is completely wrong and it's completely off. You should do more research. But then we forget that I'm getting to the question. We forget.
Please, no, go with your flow. Don't. You're such an air sign. We need to stop. Keep flowing.
Say,
Okay.
You know, they say it's very, for me, it's always been uncomfortable to have these conversations with people in the church, because I go to church. You know, I go to church.
Oh, you do?
You're
Christian?
You're Christian? I'm a Christian. And I study and I teach. And I have my degree in theology.
Wow.
So, I've done this. I get it.
Good.
But I've always felt, as a Christian, that it's a lot deeper than what we are being taught. It's much more than what we can possibly comprehend. What do you say to these evangelists, these missionaries, these pastors, these brothers and sisters in the church that does not believe in vibrating higher, that does not believe in the spiritual teachings of oneself, that connects with the God that is within us? How do you make that connection to them?
Oh, that's a great question. And just to start it off, I love that you are I don't know if you have your bachelor's or master's or doctorate, but I love that you have had formal theological training. Because the reason I'm saying that is I go to the Bible, and that's why I'll never let it go. I can argue all day about how I feel. And one thing I don't like to do, Sensei, is argue about what I believe and argue about how I feel. I don't do that. What I do for people, if I know they're Christian, I'll go to Matthew 5:48 and talking about vibrating higher. Be ye therefore perfect, even as your Father in heaven is perfect. You know, so that would be something they can't refute. If they say, well, I'm not into that vibrating higher, I say, well, Jesus, Yahushua, Yeshua, whatever you call the Messiah, he said, be ye perfect. And last time I checked, you got to get up there to be with the Most High. So that's what I would tell them. So basically, sis, I stay in the Bible with people when they challenge me now you were being nice, honey, because not to be disrespectful, but I'm saying honey in a very endearing way, because let me tell you, they call me a witch, a Jezebel, whore, and they'll do that because I've challenged their foundation. And it's not just Christians. I've had Kemetic people. My dear better half, he even had emotional situation when I was like challenging Kemet. So when you challenge someone's foundation, which is their spiritual belief, well, when they think you're challenging it, let me take that back. When they even feel like it's challenged, a lot of people get very defensive and fearful, and then they lash out. So what I do with people, whoever it is, if it's a Christian, I'll go to the Bible. If they're Kemet, I'm learning more and more about Kemet, but if they're Kemetic, I'll deal with Ma'at or the Kemetic side. So the answer is I go straight to what they believe and I pull the information out. And then let me tell you something about the hair, by the way. I want to speak on this. like
good.
Beautiful.
I thank you. The red hair is because I'm challenging the witch hunts. There were, King James, the King James version. He was very misogynistic. I never mentioned this besides on your channel, so this is an exclusive, King Simon. Because
Let's give it a round of applause. Let's get it. Let's do it.
Yes. So for me, people say, "Oh, you want to be white? You want to wear?" No, this is actually a headdress because it is for me a symbol of the witch hunts that took place during the 15th century and the 16th century in Europe and in the Americas, but also there's also that's happening on the continent of Africa. People who are albino are being taken and used in spells, murdered. And so this right here, if you had red hair during those times, you were a witch. And if you were a doula or midwife, you're a witch. So I'm both. So they really would take me up. And then
let's unpack that. What does the word witch means and where does it come from? Let's unpack that one.
Well, you have mentioned what it means. It means wise woman. But I love how Iyanla Van Zandt, y'all, I might mess it up.
Yes, of course.
Hey, you gotta help me if you know, y'all. Okay. Woman in total control of herself. Now there's
I like that. I like Iyanla. Yes.
Yes, and a witch is, it's a very powerful word. It has a very negative connotation. As a believer in the Bible, and I know the sisters, King Simon, I know you're not a Christian. But
I've seen it all. I grew up that way. I went to Rasta. I did all of that stuff. So yes.
Awesome. So, as a sister sensei, as you identify as a believer, that's an assault when someone's like, "You're a witch," because they're not talking like endearing, like King Simon, or like in this forum, they're talking about someone who's very evil, doing evil things, harming children, manipulating, lying, turning, rebelling. Because even that's why I said I have a bone to pick, and I'm going to pick it real nice with King Simon. I mean, not King Simon. King James. King Simon, not King Simon. I love King Simon. Because King Simon would never write something like this. I love the Bible. No, he didn't write it. He translated it. Do I use it? Yes. Why? Because like I said, I use I mirror them. If you want to use a King James version, I'll go into the King James version. But that's in that context. However, when you're talking about me and witch hunts and attacking women and attacking spirituality of women and attacking the Most High's daughters and the Most High's sons, witch hunts, now King James this book has so much misogyny where he says rebellion is as the sin of witchcraft. That was not the original Hebrew. But anyway, I told you I can go, y'all. Y'all need to stop me.
No. We want you to go. So remember, I named the flyer for a reason the way I named it, because it's about the metaphysics of religion, or the real legions. I'm trying to go both ways here, because I know there's always a dark side to these other side. Or is there a misconception about the darker side of religions?
No, first off, y'all, I don't know. This is going to get deep. And I want to be, I'm laughing because there's so much to unpack.
Yes.
That's why I'm teaching my class.
That's right. Let's talk about that.
First off, we need to reprogram ourselves I'm getting a little self-conscious because I know the sister's Christian now. Sis, don't get triggered. No. She said, I don't know what kind of Christian she is, but
she's open. Don't forget her class. This is her class.
No, I love her. I love her energy. Okay, so we have the dark and we have the light. The Bible has the dark and the light. In the beginning, it doesn't say darkness, but it was darkness. In the beginning, the chaos, it's darkness, it's the richness. I do have a lesson on my channel. It's about alchemy. Spiritual alchemy. I told you I'm gonna be everywhere. Buckle up. So I'm jumping. Okay, so we're talking about darkness, alchemy. We're talking about what else? When we think of the sun, even in Kemet, even in the Bible, what is it? What substance on earth is the sun referred to? What? I'll be a little easier. What precious metal?
Gold.
Gold.
Yes.
Gold, a lot of people don't know, comes from the darkness. It comes from the earth, of course. Of course. But even before it was in the earth, it was in the stars. Supernovas, right. The stars, the supernovae. Stars actually go through an alchemical process. I told you I'm gonna be everywhere. Stars go from, different substances, different metals, and one of those metals is gold. And when they they fall to the earth. Now, I don't want anybody coming to me saying, she's saying stars make gold. Stop, okay? Everybody chill. But we know that there are substances in the stars that are on earth. Hold on to that. So the reason I talked about stars is because the sun is a star, the gold in the, we're getting to the dark and the light. Trust me. But you see how that star still has what we would call the dark substance. It comes to the earth. It's the richness of the earth. There's something called humus. I had a series called Black Goo, talking about melanin and black goo and the soil. You took the whole channel down. It used to be Phineas the Zealot. But YouTube took the channel down, and it was a series. It was beautiful that I started to uncover that the humus of the earth. I don't know if you've heard of humus, but it's a mysterious soil substance. Basically, they're just the simplest. When you take organic matter and you break it down to its very last compound, the one part of the microbes and all the little microorganisms that break it down, the forms, the simplest forms of it that cannot be broken down, start to form a chain. And that particular soil or that substance in the earth, okay, that is, it's our lifeline. Stay with me. I know you said, damn, I just asked about dark and light.
Like a DNA or RNA.
Like the DNA, like the chains of the DNA. Yes. Right. So, okay. Talking about dark and light. The humus is the darkness. You look at it that way. Comes from it is everything that is on the top of the soil. But I was talking about the gold, going back to humus and gold. Those are in the deep darkness of the earth. That's my point. You cannot have that gold that comes from the star. It's a cycle, by the way. It's all going in a cycle, okay, revolving. So you cannot have that gold. You cannot have that light. You cannot have the life that comes from the humus, the plants and all the energy and the life forms. You cannot have that unless you have the darkness. So knowing that, we reprogram ourselves. Yes, there are times, even myself in my reprogramming, I'll say, oh, it was a very dark, and I say, no, not dark, malignant, or I'll say toxic or necrotic. And that just happens to be black when it's necrotic dying. But the reason is, y'all, is getting deep. The death is just the recycling, and it's the life. Death is the beginning of life, because you know, to be honest, when you're doing the circle, and I believe in reincarnation, when you're doing the cycle of life, where is it in and where does it begin? It does not. So go ahead, sis. Let me take a breath. I know.
You're right.
But you get my point. So I'm gonna let you go, but I just want to.
I'm with you. I'm in deep.
Yes, you're with me. Good. Whew. I was getting nervous because I love my Christian sisters and brothers and Hebrews. And sometimes, you're a beautiful sister and I feel your energy. You're very, you never would offend, not on purpose. You don't have an offensive spirit, but I don't want you to sit there and be like, girl, I don't know what she's like.
I'll drink to that.
She's like, I might need to talk to her after this. Okay, so real quick. So the darkness, this is what we're going to do. We're not going to say, yes, you're absolutely right, King Simon. The darkness is there, the dark side. I always say peace to the darkest minds of the light. When you can go deep into thought, your most profound thought, the womb is dark. Your mind is dark. When you lie in bed at night in peace, you don't have lights blaring in your face. Oh Lord, I did this. I know they're gonna be like, Napah, where's
She's with them.
Don't worry about that. Yeah, don't worry about it.
Anyway, so you have darkness. So when we look at darkness in that way, it also is very potent. Darkness is very potent, and it's very just like water. It could either be deadly or it could be dangerous and deadly, or it could save life. Fire can be dangerous or deadly, or it can save your life. So we're going to look at the darkness in that way. We're going to look at darkness like we look at water and fire. Now we can go forward and talk about the good stuff. Yes, there is a lot of darkness in the esoteric and in the metaphysical of the Bible, and it's good. I like it. So.
Yes.
Okay.
Well, with the darkness and the light, it brings in the balance. Otherwise, we wouldn't be able to know how to move around in this life, and we wouldn't be able to appreciate teachers like you and King Simon to, bless us with your gifts.
Yes.
Thank you. But it's true, and we must be able to. We have to be able to put it out there. And since we're speaking about the Bible, it speaks about being bold like lions. Yes. And so if we are who we are, if we are here to put on this planet to actually help elevate and teach those that are not yet awakened or have not remembered who they are and what they're here for, then we're not doing our job if we're not helping to elevate. So I thank you, and I commend you for the work that you do.
Yeah.
You know what's beautiful though? If we take a moment, I'm gonna break down everything I think. Like how you thanked me, I gave, and then you gave. It's so awesome. That word reciprocity is said at times, but not enough. And even when it's said, it's so everyone's desensitized. It's a real flow. It's a really nice flow to give something and get back thanks and appreciation. So, and I thank you back. We go back and forth all night thanking each other. And be like, oh, there's my sister Latikia. Love you, sis. Love her. So yes, thank you. Anyway, so what were we saying? The darkness?
So with that comes, when did you realize that you needed to study the different metaphysics of the different books and life and earth and us and you? And when did you realize that it was your time to hit it and say, yes, this is my journey?
Yes. Well, I have family members who, like on my mom's side and my dad's, I don't know about you guys out there. I'm not just talking to you, sensei. But sometimes, how do I say this? There's Christianity. We all believe in Christianity. We all, but most people are raised, especially our people, are raised in some type of Christian household. Not all. There are Muslims and Kemetic, but I'm saying most. So there's this one base of Christianity. And then there's the denomination. You might be Baptist or Catholic. So my family was Catholic. So I got all that out the way. But I have family who, I'm trying to say this very carefully because I have a lot of people who, they'll take this and use it and anyway, so my family, my mother, she knew all about this stuff, like animism and different types of, dealing with the spirit realm, we always just, I grew up, it wasn't a big deal. Like, oh, there's a spirit, and oh, we're, the spirit's gonna, the spirit's here. So I always knew about like the metaphysical from my mom. And then on my dad's side, they were very, very Catholic, but they also have a Dominican and Haitian background. Mm-hmm. So my grandmother had she was very, very Christian, very Catholic, but she always had a little thing going here and there, like an altar or, explaining some stuff. And then I learned how to really tune into the spirit. It's all from the Most High, first off. When I always do this when I say about the Most High, because we have the crystal seat of the mind. Some people say the pineal gland. I call it the crystal seat of the mind, which I also call it chalice. And you hear about the Holy Grail, the cup. I say crystal because it all goes back to carbon and the earth, like I said. But anyway, the crystal seat of the mind. So we all take in the energy and we receive all the spiritual power from the Most High. Now, some people have other deities that they deal with. Now, when I say deal with, some people, unfortunately, and I say it's clearly, unfortunately, they go to different spirits and they ask for things like, please help me. The reason I say unfortunately is because the spirit isn't even made for you to go to and ask for help. The spirit is made for you to go to the one power, the Almighty, and then the Almighty delegates spirits to work for you. So that's very important. And people say, I don't sound Christian. It's absolutely Christian. It's absolutely Torah, because see, there's many gods, and I'm still talking about how I learned all this. I'm still answering your question, sis. Yeah. So there are many gods, and there are many powers, and there are many spirits. Every holy book says that. Absolutely. But if you want to be a god, if you want to function and have power, you need to know how to move. You shouldn't go to a god that is, you think because it's a spirit, you think it has more power than you. You shouldn't go to that spirit and say, oh, please help me. Here's some rum. Here's a cigar. I'm laughing because y'all know what I'm talking about. You shouldn't do that.
That's right. That's right.
Because what you're doing is you're giving the spirit power over you.
That's right. Giving them power.
That never ends well. So you should go to the one power, the Almighty. Yes, and then you can pray Father, or if you say Mother, if you say Atun, if you say Amun Ra, if you say Yahweh, if you say Allah, it's that one universal one power that's all over everywhere, and you get what I'm saying. And you say, send me the strength or send me the power. But if you are somebody, I'm not trying to lead anybody down the wrong path, because it's me. Some people might say, send this particular spirit to work for me. And anybody saying I'm a witch, it's all through the Bible. All through the Bible. That there's Michael, there's Raphael, there's all kinds of
all of them,
yeah, and they go and they work for the Most High on behalf of the person. So my point is, back to what you asked me, when did I learn this? I knew about this as a child, but it was just like, oh, okay. But then I went away from it because I became, I'm not just trying to blame the Hebrew Israelites, but I did become like a super Bible thumper in my 20s. Then I went back to let me study more about these other spiritualities. Right. And then I became a Hebrew Israelite, and everything was turned upside down.
Let me ask you. Let me ask you. Let me ask you.
But I'm back on track now.
I know you have family that's also of the indigenous background.
Right.
So how did that connect with the Hebrew and all the religious stuff? Because indigenous people don't go back to really dealing with the Bible, so to speak, until somebody introduced it to them. How did you make that connection?
Right. Well, to be honest, because yes, I have indigenous. My mom is, but she's a lot. I'm not trying to make people, everything I say, it's sad. People want to run out. She's not black. Okay, stop. Everybody hold your horses. Right. So my mom, though, she is very Native and black. So she's a black Native.
Okay.
And no, she's not them black Natives where people are like, how they make jokes like, oh, everybody has some Native American, but we do. But my my grandmother was full Native, but my mom was more in the Bible. My grandmother wasn't. So she taught my mom all the animism, respect the earth. Natives are more, I'm talking about American, the ones of the Americas. They're very about the earth and animism and the creatures. I say animism. It's not exactly that they say we're practicing animism, but when we would go if you get food off a tree, you ask the tree, which is very African.
That's right.
And, before you cut the tree down, you say, I would like to take you. Thank you. May your spirit return to the earth and nourish, a thousandfold. So birds, like my mom, birds are really a big deal. So the Bible, my mom incorporated her own, how do you say it? She's attracted to the Bible. She was just she said she was the only one. She said, I used to want people to go to church with me so badly. And my mom didn't want to go. I was the only one. And so my mom is the one that got me on the Bible, but I'm glad she did, because the Bible is a very mystical book.
Right.
It's amazing. So, so the answer is to you and your sister, I always knew about this stuff, but then I got off track.
Right.
From 2011 to, I'd say about 2017, I was just completely, I was in a cult mind, and I really was very, I needed to have that happen so I can relate to people. I was very lost. I was I knew the things that I was learning is wrong. Like, it's wrong. They would say things like, you should never, if you hear a voice of your dead loved one, and I don't use the word dead, I say transition, but they say dead. Then if you hear that voice, that's a demon. That's not your mama. No. Let me talk to you, sis. Sensei.
That's a spirit that took the shape and sound of your parent.
Yes.
Talk to us about that, sister. You have a background in that. So, what do you think about that?
I've heard it. I've heard it multiple
times. All of us, yeah. I mean, all of us have a Caribbean background here.
Listen,
so
I'm Haitian. So
you're Haitian.
Exactly.
I got some Haitian roots. My grandmother is a Haitian Dominican.
Yes.
My dad's mom is a Haitian Dominican. And then, of course, his dad was Dominican. You know what I'm saying? So she was a Haitian that went over to live in the DR, basically. She just crossed over that line.
Thank you.
She stepped to the left. And then
thank you for saying that. We are all in it. And really, it's the same Española. So
hold on. Let me remind, before you ask a question, Sensei, let me remind everybody we have Napah Shadah in the building, of course. You got to, if you want to contact her about the classes coming up, the email is on the line, and her phone is 347-707-8810. That's 347-707-8810. Do not call her now while she's on the show. Stop playing. Spread love by her Cash App on the line. That's $, Napah Shadah, and of course her PayPal, .me/Rooster Bite, huh? Interesting.
Rooster Bite.
And don't forget
the Rooster Bite. Not to interrupt you, the Rooster Bite is I did that a long time ago. We could talk about chickens and the I don't want to sound crazy. Well, let me say this. Let me talk to you, sis. When I say
signs, we all sound.
Yes. Well, listen, Sensei.
We're great.
We do, but we're not. Sensei, when you hear rooster as a Haitian, it's not the same as American somebody hearing rooster. Am I right? Like when you tell, like, don't you think, there's so much I know you're Christian, but there's so much spiritual rituals used. They use roosters, and yeah, we used to raise chickens. Why is it that we raise chickens?
Me too. Yeah, I used to raise chickens also.
What's with Caribbean people raising chickens?
And did want to eat them in Jamaica.
That's the thank you. That's what I want to say. We raise them to eat them.
No, it's a deeper meaning, but I know we had a chicken coop and all that. We was breaking the neck and snapping the neck and all that kind of stuff. So I had to learn how to do all of that. It was crazy. But let me bring up your classes. Let me remind people of supporting your classes, the Esoteric, the Metaphysical, and Kemetic Bible classes. That's happening starting December the 21st. That's 2021. Of course, the winter solstice. 13-week course. Tuition is $20 a week. You can't beat that with a bat. $20 a week for a 13-week course. Come on now. Scholarships and payment plans available. Contact Napah Shadah at the email you see on the line right now. And don't forget her number, 347-707-8810. That's 347-707-8810. Just want to remind y'all of that because we're promoting that also because I love what she's doing. Go ahead, Sensei. I'm sorry. Go ahead. What you wanted to say, Nepal?
I wanted to say something. Dang, you know I'm an air sign, not flighty. But I wanted to say first off about the classes. That I got to get that out. That's not what I wanted to initially say, but I want to let everyone know, especially my sister Latika. She's definitely going to be there. I'm not looking at the chat. Let me say this. There will be also guest speakers, people, phenomenal teachers. I already have some in mind. I'm not going to say their names because I got to solidify it with them. People who do this and have been doing this for decades, who are very spiritual. So I will definitely be having those guest speakers there. So you will get that part. And you also, of course, get you have a certificate of completion. It's going to be very, very good for people who, just want to get a deeper side of religion, real legion. I'm going to get to you on that one, by the way. But I wanted to say something about the chickens. Okay. Yes. My mom. So you asked me about how, when I start this, everything was about the spirit. Like, I think my thing, my laptop's not plugged in. Okay. Right. I'm going to just give a second. Okay. So before, I don't know if you guys did this, but before we went to get the chickens to, my mom would end up, wringing the neck. See, that's interesting that you said that because we never chopped the head off. We wring the neck. Wring the neck. She would put the chickens up on a higher off the ground and wouldn't let them walk around, and she would be blessing. She would bless the animals, and I look at that back, and I would be like, "Dang, that's just like the Muslims do that, and then Torah." And my mom was doing it, and I was a little girl, like, "Oh, let's just hurry up and go. I have to pluck these nasty feathers and boil this," But I look back at it, so I thought about the very spiritual side. So, just give me 1 second. I'm going to plug in my laptop. But I'm going to turn my camera so I could get up and plug. But I can still hear you.
No problem. Hey, those that are tuning in, big up to Lloyd Strayhorn. He's in the chat right now. Big up to Lloyd. Big up Benita in the building. Benita Sutton in the building. Big up the whole crew, all of y'all that are here. Big up to the House of Consciousness in the building. Big up to the House of Consciousness in the building. Side of the studios. You got the House of Consciousness and Side of the studios in the building. That's two people. Really. Miss Graham in the building. Atun in the building. Big up Latika in the building, of course. Want to thank everybody. Please share, like, because we're going to get a little deeper before we close out. I got to get a little deeper with my sister. Yes. We're talking about religion and real legion. A lot of that came to my spirit as I was creating the flyer. And I said, wait a minute. I've read about the legions especially in the Catholic Church, of them chasing legions out from a negative person. Now, is there another aspect of not just the negative lower energy of the legion, but having a legion of powerful entities coming in?
Okay, great. And by the way, I'm an exorcist.
That's why I wanted to go there. That's why I wanted to go there, Shay. That's why I wanted to go there. That's why. Go ahead. That's why I said that.
Is it? Wow.
I'm excited to hear this because this is one of the questions that I had in regard. It's not in the same form that King Simon has placed it, but same meaning. So please.
Beautiful.
Be quiet and let you go.
I'm an open I'm an open scroll.
There it is.
That is a book. No, but books are awesome. But anyway, so okay, about
and she practiced telekinesis, so we go there after.
Oh, I do, and everybody says I'm doing magnets and.
I've seen you. I know what you're doing.
I mean, hello, you're a witch.
That's right.
I'm not a witch. I'm not a witch.
Woman in, come on now.
And total control.
Girl,
let's come on now.
I love you, Sensei. You are so sweet. Honey, we need to talk in the back chat. Okay.
And Nepal, she's a real sensei in martial arts for 10 years.
I believe. Oh, wow. So no, I'm not attacking you. I'm saying you're like, you know what you are? You're innocent. You're an innocent heart that knows not of the wolves in the wilderness outside this door. Dare not say such things, child. They will come. They will come with pitchforks and bomb and what are those torches? Anyway. Yes. Oh yes. No, girl. No.
No, not that.
No. Okay. No. Back to
that's it. Total control.
We both are. So okay. So where was I? Okay.
We're about to go to exorcism.
Yes.
Exorcism.
Legion. Now, this is just milk session, but I'm going to get into some meat, and now I'm gonna follow her. She said the witch thing, and they'll be like, Lord have mercy. Then the boss start talking about demons are good. Oh Lord Jesus. Okay, so first off, demons aren't good, and demons aren't evil. Legions aren't good, and legions aren't evil. Wait, people think she's trying to do some Aleister Crowley stuff. No, Aleister Crowley was wicked, disgusting, evil, just the unthinkable. Yeah. So I'm not saying there is no good and there's no evil. I'm talking about spirit.
Exactly.
I'm talking about the Most High in spirit. What we want to look at is how do those legions affect us? So when a legion is usually a group of powerful spirits, because I'm going to let you know, when Yahushua, Jesus said, I could call down, what was it, sis? 10,000?
10,000, that's right. 10,000.
Angels.
That's right.
Because they work don't all spirits work for the Most High, though?
They better.
That's what they're supposed to.
They all bow down.
Come on, let's talk that. We're getting church in here. This is church, because when you call down, when he said, I'll call down 10,000 angels and they bust y'all all up. I'm like, paraphrase. He's like, you think I'm doing this? I'm letting you do this to me. I'll call down 10,000 angels. Were the 10,000 angels going to take all the centurions and go, okay, guys, excuse me. God bless you. They were going to slaughter them, right?
Yes.
Exactly.
So if they were going to slaughter them, then that would have been evil for the Roman centurions, correct?
Yes, exactly.
So then those angels that were going to come down, and if he said he could call down, those would have been evil for the Romans and for the Sadducees and Pharisees and the people that said, we want Barabbas. They would... The angel, the so-called angel of death in Exodus was delivering the people, but it was killing the firstborn of many who did not put the blood on the doorpost. So it was evil, doing air quotes.
Yeah, to those.
So that's why.
Exactly.
Back to the spirit. See, this is where you get to the essence of the Most High's power. The Most High is always good. Now you say, well, wait a minute, he kills babies, and what about the firstborn? And that's the point. What was the power doing? What was the power for? What was the power working in? Was it working in righteousness, or was it working in imbalance or injustice, like Ma'at? Was it working in injustice? Was it righteous indignation, or was it injustice and oppression and the negative or toxic? What I'm saying that now, let's get back to legions. Now we got that out there. So legions
beautiful.
Thank you, sis. See, because and this is a sister who is has a degree in theology, and she's a Christian, so she gets it. I'm not saying she's 100%. We're aligned in the same mind, but you get it. I love that about you. So all I'm saying to people is, I'm not trying to convert and proselytize. That is selfishness. That is insecurity in your spirit. If I'm trying to force you to believe what I believe, I don't even believe what I believe.
That's right.
So, legion, a legion is a group of spirits. They were tormenting in the scriptures the two men, or I think it was one man coming out of. He was living amongst the sepulchres, the graves. So he was living. The man who was so-called possessed in the Bible. I'm talking about the Bible. He was possessed with the legion, because when Yahushua said, who are you? What spirit are you? And he said, we are legion because we are many. He didn't say we're legion because we're evil and we like to kill people. No, he said, many spirits. That's right. So real legion, when you say religion, real legion it's a powerful force. It's a powerful spiritual force, but is it good? Is it doing good, or is it doing evil? Woo! I just got the spirit of the holy. Hallelujah. You know what? I just felt the energy. I'm getting the. So you brought up a great, that was very important that you got that message and you put that on the flyer, because that is the problem. What are we doing with our spiritual teachings? What are we doing with our spiritual learning? Are we using it to be evil? Are we using it to control people? There's a scripture that says, silly women led into diverse lust by men who are forever learning and never gaining. So that's in the Bible. I don't know what scripture that is. Maybe you do, Sensei. What scripture is that, sis?
You remember that?
One time, the women.
Silly women. I think it's silly women led into diverse lust. Look that up for me, y'all, please.
Let me look that up. I don't know all scriptures by head.
Neither do I, but I know you know what I'm like you. I hear it and I know it, but I don't. Some people can just remember the actual place. But anyway, my point is
2 Timothy 3:6.
Can you read that first, beautiful sister?
Yeah. All right, so you see, there's so many
versions.
Okay, so it's, for this sort are those who creep into houses and lead captives silly women laden with sins, led away with divers lust.
Now, if you go to the first of that, if you don't mind, King Simon, if you read, because we're talking about people who take the Bible or take the holy writings and they use it, the real legion, the powerful spirit, they use it for not good. Like the first of that, what is the first script? Like if you go to the beginning and read down to that, please.
Sure.
You better read it like a Hebrew.
Read.
All right, so do you want verse 1? Start from verse 1?
Yeah, let's start at 1, because I want people to hear the fact that when we're talking about legion, spirit, this is what happens. People use the spirit for their own gain or for to serve their own bellies.
So, but mark this, there will be terrible times in the last days. People will be lovers of themselves, lovers of money, boastful, proud, abusive, disobedient to their parents, ungrateful, unholy, without love, unforgiving, slanderous, without self-control, brutal, not lovers of the good, treacherous, rash, conceited, lovers of pleasure rather than lovers of God, having a form of godliness but denying its power. That's verse 5. Yep.
Say that again. Having a form of godliness. Go ahead, sis.
Having a form of godliness, but denying its power, have nothing to do with them. Verse 6. They are the kind who warn their way into homes and gain control over weak-willed women, who are loaded down with sins and are swayed by all kinds of evil desires.
Let me tell you something beautiful. Thank you. Let me say this too about the reason. Yes, you see how they put the women in there? Let me talk to sisters out there. This is a balanced realm, but this is when I say balance, it's supposed to be balanced. This is a feminine realm because we're the earth and we were the darkness in the beginning. Before the spirit, there's a female spirit. Before the male spirit moved over it and put it in order and started to create what is good. So with that said, this is a feminine realm and we connect so powerfully with everything. I'm not just talking about the 5 senses, the 6 senses. That's why so many of our sisters, melanated women, are so spiritual and always seeking out, Jesus is my husband, stuff like that. And that's why if you listen, this is deep, y'all. I'm going to give you some facts. 70% of cults, religious cults, are women, made up of women. See, these men know they have to use women. They have to use the woman. Without women, there's no success in these cults. So they take the woman and they manipulate her and they take her power. And I just got chills. I got it all up and down my spine. People say, hallelujah. You know what? The song that Beyonce has, it says, they never took my power. And it is, yes, it's a feminism song. It's feminism. I'm not a feminist, but I know when there's a truth about women and our power. Sisters, right. Stay in order. You should not rule men. I don't believe in ruling men, but I do believe in being under men who lead you well. So that's beautiful. Wow. So talk about religions. They use that power of the woman. We could segue into talking about that feminine power. The religion uses the woman's innate connection with this realm. So I'm going on, y'all.
No. That was very good. Very good. I like that. Now, is this some of the stuff that you'll be teaching in your class,
yes.
or upcoming classes? I want to make sure. I don't want to give them all of it because you got a class coming up, and I don't want to give nobody everything because that's not right. Not if you got, if you do something well, you should get paid for it. And you do well. The Esoteric and Metaphysical and Kemetic Bible classes is starting on the winter solstice right there on December the 21st, 2021. And of course, 13-week course tuition is $20 a week. Believe me, you can't beat that with a bat. And for 13 weeks, the scholarship and payment plans available. That's what they got. And of course, you can email her, of course, at the email that you see right here on the screen. And don't forget her numbers is 347-707-8810. That's 347-707-8810. If you want a deeper understanding from an esoteric, metaphysical, and Kemetic Bible, she's there to help. As far as you can see, she is deep with it. So I gotta applaud her. Big up to Sanetta and her, the family. Get up and get the whole family. And Cynthia and the whole crew. Big up to everybody.
Yes.
Big up to the whole family. You know what I'm saying?
I want to say this too, because you're a master of numerology. You see can you break down the 12, 21, 21? And also, do you notice that all adds up to 9 too?
Yes, it does. Right.
So talk to us. I'm interviewing the interviewer, but no, I would be remiss if I didn't let you break down. That helps me to show people the connection, about the date. So talk to us about that date.
Well, if you actually add it all up, 1221 plus 2021, it adds up to the master number 11.
Woo!
You want to resonate with that spiritual, highly spiritual level. Now, you stopped at the 9 because you eliminated the 20 and put the 21. But if you add that number 2 again, you're going to get the master number 11 that takes the frequency and the level to another level of. And 11 in numerology is the spiritual teacher, the spiritual adept, the one who needs to go within in order to bring out. That's an assertive energy. So I'll give myself a round of applause. Thank you very much.
I want to give you a round of applause. Beautiful. That's right. It's the master. Thank you. You elevate. You go. And I said 9 because I'm so drawn to the number 9. I'm drawn to the number 6, and let's talk about 666 since we're doing it all. Look, you know, call me a witch.
I love it. I love it.
666 is not evil. It's talking about your material self. It's talking about your carnal self. You know, your carnal pleasures. If you are too far on the side of carnality or to the material, you're imbalanced. In fact, your spirit should be vibrating a lot more. See, I'm not even saying about equal parts. When I say balance, I'm thinking like as far as a chemical makeup. You know, you have a little, like a pinch of this, a smidgen of this. So you need to have more spirituality. So anyway, 666, I'm really drawn to the number 6, number 9, and number 3. There's so much beautiful, amazing. I mean, King Simon, you already know. I look at the number 9. You could play with the number 9 all day, all night, and you could just be like, "This is fascinating. This is magic." You know, exactly. Have you spoken? I know I'm like a little baby. You're like, girl, but I want to say to your audience, if you take 9 and you multiply it times a number, the number always adds up to 9.
Always adds up to 9. That's right. That's right. Or if you add it to another number, it brings back the reflection of that number.
And then 19 also, when you have the number 19, it does. Go ahead. No, you tell us.
And what's so interesting about that, you know, as much as people love that the 9 energy that does that reflective energy, the 0 is the womb.
Oh, yes.
A lot of them, people don't want to delve into the 0. A lot of people try to eliminate the 0, but if without the 0, which deals with the coming forth, the potential, the higher potential. That's why I say in my book, Numerovation for Mental Stability, I talk about how if you every number come out of the 0, even the 9. So you got to always pay attention to that 0 point. That's why if you put in your bank account, you start seeing zeros all behind the 2, you start getting happy. You know? If you see zeros that's coming before the 2, that means you minus.
Wow, yeah.
You got to pay attention to that 0 energy. Right. Now, 9 is that higher form of humanitarian and understanding. That's why there's nobody that really argues with numerology in the sense of mathematics. There's no disrespect of it. That's why they'll disrespect astrology real quickly, but they're disrespecting European astrology and don't realize that we have an ancient astrology that was already on the ceilings of Kemetic. You know, that was already there. And they put it in the Bible against astrology, but you got a book of numbers that most people don't even read the book of numbers in the Bible. Why they gave the tribes symbols and order and numbered the tribes. They don't understand those numbers. So numbers came to give you a GPS outlook of what's going on in the world, to give you guidance, to direct you. It's not here to control you. That's why numerologists, a true numerologist, will never say this is a psychic. And this is a mathematical, applied mathematics so deeply that it will seem like it's psychic, but it's not psychic. It's here to give you guidance. It's here to direct you and show you where you need to go. So a lot of people don't understand that. And a lot of people like to call things pseudo, but pseudo is from the Greek and the Romans that didn't understand because they never understood our science in the first place. That's why they built temples. They burnt Alexandria. They tried to destroy Timbuktu. They tried to destroy Luxor. Let's stop playing. They got it buried under the Rome. They got it buried over the temples. They know what they're doing.
Wow. You better play your applause sound like wow, yes. I told you this is church.
The numbers are powerful, and and I see why you love that number 9 and that 1 and all, because that's what you're born under, those energies. Because that 1 and 9 definitely represents the Alpha and Omega. So whatever you start, you got to finish. Also in tarot numerology, that's the number of the sun. So whatever you shine upon people with that number 19, it's the sun. That's a number of the sun shining light, but it's also a number of advancements. It's a number of progress. It's a number of all of that. But you got to finish what you start. If you begin it, finish it. That's why number 19 is one of the most successful numbers in tarot, in compound numerology. You got to understand the depth of it. So, I mean, I mean, if you don't go into that, but time.
Yeah, that's beautiful. Thank you. So, see, people, there's no coincidence. I did. Oh yes, Leticia, She said, I need your book too, King Simon. I haven't gotten it. Where do we tell us where to find it?
Oh, sure. That's easy to, y'all could go. I'm gonna show y'all right now on the page. Stop playing. That's not odd. No promotion is bad promotion to me. Y'all can go to Linktree/King Simon the Numerovator. That's King Simon the Numerovator. Linktree/King Simon the Numerator. All 4 of my books are available online. No promotion is bad promotion. Numbers are simple. People are complicated. Numbers are simple. Children's health is important. Using the numbers to show you about what you can attract to your health, to your body if you're not careful, and numerovation for mental stability. You got to remember, everything is numbered, man. Your teeth, your blood, everything is numbered when you come to this society. They number and everything because they understand the esoteric, but they also understand the physical meaning of use of numbers. When you go there to your blood count, they want to do your blood count. That's a number system. They try to, when they're doing your teeth count, they count your teeth to see which one got affected. They're going in all, I don't, that's why I don't get into debates. I'm like John Henry Clark. I don't debate, I teach. I ain't got no time for debating people.
Right.
I love you, Sametta, because you put on them debates and keep that joy popping. Give Sametta a round. Because it was Dr. Khalid that told all of us that debates help the community to learn. It helps to bring out certain things. I know Khalid used to debate them white folks. These white folks be afraid of us. They be running from us because they know it's our time now. It's our time to shine. It's not their time anymore.
Yes, beautiful.
So,
wow. I love it. I absolutely love it. Speaking of numbers, there's all kinds of sacred, everything is numbers. You're right. And getting back to speaking about the spirit, there hasn't quite, there is a science, but they're calling it pseudo. We don't use, you broke that word down.
Yeah. But,
to talk about numbers and the science behind the metaphysical. So me personally, I'm finishing up. I'm trying to, don't start me to lying on here. I'm trying to finish up my secondary education. I don't want to say anything too incriminating because later on they say, I thought you said. Okay, so I'm finishing up that in metaphysical psychology.
Good.
And there is a vibration. It's a humming. It's underneath the radar, but it's coming up to the surface. And it is the metaphysical that's going to explode. And it is a science. And it's no longer going to be considered pseudo quite soon. I don't say a paradigm shift. I say a paradigm spiraling. And so what I was saying is even numbers can be applied to the measurements of what is spiritual, why it's spiritual. I want to talk about consciousness. I like to talk about that. If y'all want to talk about that, I would love to. Because,
No, well, we wasn't going to keep you too long. We just wanted to make sure you are all right, and we do what we got to do, promote your event, because
okay, so we don't have to. We could say that for another time.
Sister got work tomorrow, and I got business to do tomorrow, so
I know this isn't the HOK when we be going for hours and hours.
Oh, no, I don't do that.
I'm just drinking some tea though. But anyway, I was in my class. We will discuss consciousness. We will discuss measurement of spirituality, the measurement of consciousness, how consciousness is no longer considered measuring consciousness and analyzing consciousness is no longer a pseudoscience. It's now mainstream. You see Facebook is talking about metaverse. They're catching up with us. Exactly. We're not catching up with them. They're catching up with us. But anyway, I want to say thank you so much to King Simon and the beautiful, gracious, regal sensei shirt. Is it Shirley? Shirley or Shirley? Shirley. Like Shirley Murdoch, one of my favorite singers. Don't start me, girl. Don't start me. I love you guys. You're beautiful.
Oh, I love you.
I thank you very much.
And I will see my way out, because I know how it is. I won't just keep sitting here.
No, it's all right. We just want to make sure you're good. I want to thank you and thanks Annette and the whole family because this has been a long time coming. I know we want to go deep. I might have to come on your channel and do what we got to do but I like I said, I like to do it nice, quick, and simple, and then move on.
I love it. You know what? I love it. We covered enough. I do want to keep in touch with the sister. I'm starting up Sister Sit Down again. I would love to have her on. So
okay.
I'm not going to steal your co-host.
No. Hey, look, no. We solidified here, darling. We are solidified.
I know that's right.
And that's her information right here on the line, right here. Awesome. Email, IG. I'll get you a number and all that stuff, and we'll make it happen because
awesome. Thank you so much for having me, and y'all have a wonderful evening.
Thank you so much.
The darkest minds of the light.
Thank you, Nepal.
Thank you. You do. Yeah, much love to you, sis.
Wow. That was very good. We had a good time. Man, I didn't know you went to school for that. That was something else.
Yeah, I have a degree for that. Yeah.
Man, are you
maybe two.
Are you ordained or you're not ordained yet?
I'm not ordained. No,
okay.
I'm not. I did not go to school for that. I just went to learn.
Right.
And that's the thing with me. I'm a very curious September baby.
Yeah, right.
I always want to know something. And I just feel like, as we speak about philosophy, I'm all about it. I'm all about learning the in-depths of what is what.
Exactly.
So I'm just always open to learn. And as we always say, like, we are students of this life, and we need each other to learn from each other, because what you know, I may not know. What I know, you may not know. And we have to, one hand helps the other is what we always say. In Creole, we say, on main lave l'autre. One hand is the other.
I say that again. How you say it?
On main lave l'autre.
On main lave l'autre.
Yes.
Oh, wow. I'm learning my Creole family very slowly but surely. Yeah. I will know it. I told her one time off air that when I was younger, I used to hear Haitian speaking. I swear I understood like it was being translated in my ear. And I knew what they were saying. I was like, what are you saying? I know what you're saying, and somebody was really disrespectful to other people. And I was like, what are you saying? I know what you're saying.
It's in you, because not only you grew up around it, you grew up with it, but it's in you sometimes. And that's the thing about children. They're, as our sister mentioned, the innocence. Yeah, exactly. Children have this innocence where they're so divine and they have no extra curricular activities going on within their mind. Yes. So they always stay so pure, and they see everything for what it is, period. And that's what I think we all need to go back to, that innocence.
That's why I tell people never lose their childlike attitude about life. And I say that even in my sessions, when people do a Numerovation session with me, I always tell people, no, what I did for New Year's Eve one night, when it was coming in, because I wasn't really celebrating it, I went on the swings and swung like I was a little baby, and I started crying profusely, remembering the good times of swinging and going back and then jumping on fences and jumping off. And I even jumped off and then rolled out. And I just said, I just started, because it brings back that euphoric energy of your childhood, and then a whole barrage of new ideals started coming. And I said, man, that's what we have to go back to.
100%.
Go back to, Les Brown said, think like a child, but work like an adult.
That's right. Like an adult.
Go figure. Think like a child, but work like an adult.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that's when you got to think, because when we was children, our imagination moves everywhere. I mean, you'll take this and turn it into a house or something, or a little tent, and you'll be having your little dolls going through there, like thinking like you're creating a whole world for yourself. So just by doing that, I said that brought me back to when I used to play with them little G.I. Joe toys and all them little things, and them little army men that was figures. Army figures just walking through. I would have created a whole tent with this and a whole 9 yards. This mouse would have been a tank. This would have been a tank. All of that would have happened.
That's right.
My mind is going right back to it right now. So it's so this would have been a little small television screen for the army men to watch what's going on. I would have done all that stuff.
Exactly.
And that's how our family got to go back to understanding their child attitude. Because not all your childhood was bad. Jeez.
No, not everybody's childhood. Like,
Yeah.
I hear so many stories.
Yeah, I know. They
And
go
you know, it's not to diminish people's
diminish.
experiences. I would never.
Of course.
However, when you reach a certain, I don't want to say age, but yes, when you reach a certain age, a certain level of maturity in your life,
Mhm.
when do you come to that point and say, okay, I had that experience as a child? When do we stop using those so-called bad experiences that don't necessarily have to be bad, but they could be a lesson?
Right.
When do you use those as a lesson and say, this is for me to grow, and this is for me to go back to that place and heal myself so I can help another?
Yes.
Does that make sense? So I'm with you 100%. And speaking of Bible verses, if I may,
Please.
we have
Go ahead.
right in Matthew 2:4, right?
Yes.
Talked about Jesus talking to the children and calling the children.
Yes.
And he said, this is paraphrasing, that unless you go back to being a child, you cannot enter the kingdom of God.
Kingdom of God. That's right. And it's not just physical, it's spiritual.
It's spiritual.
Mental.
That's
all of that. You got to go back.
You have to go back.
That's right.
You have to tap into that inner innocence, that inner divinity of yourself. We need to stop talking.
Let's get out around the ball. I mean, we're going on 10-17. We on the end. We on the end over there. We almost there.
That's a new record.
You know what I'm saying? But that's a beautiful thing. Also, we want to big up our sister New Journey. She just got home from work, so big up to her, one of our co-hosts. Make sure y'all hit her up on IG. Matter of fact, she got a new IG page. I gotta get that up there. She got a new IG page. It's not that same one anymore. I think it's that Sister New Journey now. Sister New Journey. So I'm gonna change that and make sure we put that up there. But and of course, our beautiful sensei in the building. Sensei, thank you for coming on for this special broadcast. And of course, this coming Wednesday we got. Say again.
I said, thank you for having me.
Man, I didn't know you was coming. That's why I gave y'all a choice whether y'all could come or not. It's cool. I could have dealt with it, but I'm glad that you did to step in and brought that energy to Nepal, because Nepal is one of those sisters that really, that Gemini energy that love to, she gets it in. And you can see she go all over the place. And that's what I love Nepal for, because she goes all over the place. And one of my favorite teachers is born under her frequency in June, and that's Reverend Ike. Reverend Ike, he can go wherever he goes. He born June 1st, she's born June 10th, but he goes where he got to go with it. You know what I'm saying? But he gets to the point, bang, and knock it right out. Like, this is metaphysics. The Bible is metaphysics, period. So that's what he teaches, and I love how he teaches. I listen to him every morning just to get my mind right. And sometimes I send it to you and Katana to make sure, and Sister New Journey, to make sure everything is right on your day and your journey, keeping it positive. But let's big up Sister Nepal again. Thank you, sister. This is her email. This is the number if you want to take her class. This is her Cash App. You want to pay for the class. This is her PayPal if you want to pay for the class also. And the classes are, let me show y'all the classes and close out with these commercials and then the prayer. Esoteric, Metaphysical, and Kemetic Bible classes begin on December the 21st, 2021. 12/21/2021. I see she got, that's why she got the 9 right there. I understand, sign of completion, higher understanding, humanitarian. But if you add that 20, you got that 11. Woo! Another 11, another higher energy to that. So make sure you support her. Make sure you give her a call. Make sure you give her a call. And just want to remind y'all that this coming Wednesday, woo, we got Taki Grant and Felicia Harding. Hoppy Film, Hoppy City Tour, Hoppy City Tour. That's right. We're going to have a hoppy good time screening and panel discussion. We're going to talk to them for like 20 minutes to 30 minutes, and then we're going to go into our own topic, whatever topic y'all want to talk about. We can go in, and that's Wednesday, December 1st. December 1st is Richard Pryor's birthday, so we might even talk about Richard Pryor a little. Pay a little homage to him. Also, on December the 5th, I just talked to Professor Smalls today. Professor Smalls will be on with us on December the 5th. Professor, at 5 o'clock. I don't know if my girls can come out that day. That's 5 p.m. Oh, that's early because that's the only time he can make it. But it is what it is. I will see if they can make it. And then on December the 8th, this is going to be a special one. This is a special one to most of us, our hearts as men that have women that went through this or women that are going through this, is stop suffering in silence. Become a menopause goddess. We have Priestess Yendez Nefer Atum, who's going to unpack this on Wednesday, December the 8th, from a physical and spiritual perspective, and how you are resetting your body, old ladies. Y'all going to reset your body, vintage ladies. Y'all going to reset your body, marinated ladies. Y'all are resetting your bodies. You can have some fun and do the damn thing. You hear me? You can get it in and start lubricating again. You know what it is? Don't laugh. Why you laughing? Ladies gonna be turned up, and brothers can handle it.
I hope you know you're going to get a lot of flack for that last one.
But the marinated ladies, the lubricated. Hey, there's a lot of signs of menopause. So we know what it is. So on that note, just want to let everybody know I got something coming up in Georgia soon. The Mountain of Stone. I'll be doing that in 2022.
I can't wait.
That's gonna be big. We're gonna be bringing in Sensei, and we're gonna have Sensei. Sensei is controlling the security team, so we're gonna make sure we're gonna make her make some money doing the security. Also, make sure you show some love to Sensei. If you live in the New York tri-state area, do you need the health insurance? This is a very serious thing happening in our community. Some of us go into the hospital and they'll put you on a bench instead of a bed. So it's a serious thing. You need your health insurance, and you can email her at shirleystc@gmail.com. That's shirleystc@gmail.com. And don't forget, for serious inquiries only, please, New York tri-state area, protect your health. It is your wealth. Once again, also, give it to my girl, Susie Script, editing service. If you are writing a book, writing a poetry book, you need an editor, this sister can hook you up. 914-361-9467. That's 914-361-9467. And tell her King Simon sent you. And please, you can email her also, and she'll definitely hit you back. Also, if you're suffering from fibroid tumors or any form of tumors, any female issues that's going on, or healing things that you want to heal from, this sister has great testimonials on our website. You can hit her up, pedalwise.com. And if you do buy the products, and you buy a lot of products, guess what? You can use the coupon code, and that's King 2021. That's King 2021. Big up to Dr. MJ and the whole crew at pedalwise.com. Good friend of mine for many years. She healed my shoulder injury. I had a shoulder injury of falling wrong, not rolling out right, and I hurt my arm. And she put some acupuncture pins in my thing and has healed it ever since. This has been almost 10 years since, okay? So big up to her. Also, one of my teachers, the great Lloyd Strayhorn. That's right. Go to his website, lloyd-strayhorn.com. He was in the chat earlier, lloyd-strayhorn.com. Big up to him. If you want to take my class is about to go to Udemy, just like Lloyd, so look out for that. Only like 2 or 3 pieces of it, but if you want the full class, the full links, you got to contact me. That's how we're going to deal with it. Also, if you want to purchase any of my books, all of my books, Linktree/King Simon the Numerovator, Linktree/King Simon the Numerovator, and don't forget, boom, bang. That's right. If you want to do a Numerovation session with me, text me your full name and date of birth to 347-496-1022. That's 347-496-1022. I do have a waiting list. And please, if you're patient, you will get on that list. And Sensei, read this one, please. Please read this one, please.
Content disclaimer. The views, comments, and opinions expressed by guest speakers or authors on this YouTube channel do not necessarily reflect or represent the views and opinions held by this channel broadcaster and its sponsors. Parental guidance is advised.
And I will read this one. Disclaimer, copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comments, news, reporting, teaching, scholarship, education, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. So I got it. I'm dropping them all nowadays. Y'all think I'm playing with you? Y'all ain't gonna get me. Y'all ain't getting me. And now we're going to close out with one of the prayers that Dr. Blair, who was also a pastor at one time until he unlearned to relearn. And Dr. Blair has a legacy shop. And please go to his legacy shop, one of the greatest metaphysics teachers in our community. This brother, Dr. Blair, stretched your mind like a rubber band as far as it can go. He may have went to space with it, but he helped you to understand the connection between you and the space. So make sure you go to Dr. Blair's website. That's the metacenter2.com, the metacenter2.com. He has 3 to 4 books that he's written already. Believe me, before he transitioned, they wrote his book, transcribed a lot of his work into book form. The Faraday tech protector he has, the magnets, the diodes for the phone, magnets for certain healing, back magnets, all of that, and much more right on his website. Big up to Dr. Blair all the time. So it's time for the prayer that Dr. Blair left for us, family. You ready, my dear? You ready?
Yes, sir.
All right, let's close out. Everybody take a deep breath, relax, take a deep breath. Lay your feet firm on the floor, and if you're laying down, lay your ass down and relax. Find your peace. That's all I can tell you. All right? So we're getting ready to go to prayer. My dear, you say it first, and then we continue from there. Go ahead.
Please, Universal Creator, know in my heart that I love you. Please protect me and this planet on which I live now. Please open my mind, my spirit, and my soul to receive only truth and your love now.
Please, Universal Creator, know in our hearts that we love you. Please protect us and this planet on which we live now. Please open our minds, our spirits, and our souls to receive only truth and your love now. Creator, 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 Creator. Creator, I say, oh, 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 I say, oh,
Okay.
I say, hey, gotta big up the energy. Nadir Muhammad, what's up, girl? Nadra Muhammad, big up to my dear N Muhammad in the building, big up to her. She just sent the greetings to all of us, and she said Jam Master Jay's case is on December 1st. Oh boy, I don't even want to hear that. I don't want to go down that road. But my dear, thank you very much. Thank you for holding on and standing in. You gonna hold on real quick until I finish off? You gonna hold on? Okay. Well, I know you want to go to sleep. Hold on. I got you. We're gonna get ready to do this. We're gonna get ready to hold on 1 second. Hold on. All right, we're gonna close out. We're gonna put her in the background, and then in the guest room, and then we'll be closing out right now, family. All right. Oh man. Woo! Man, want to big up Nepal again? Want to big up Nepal for coming through once again. Let's give her a round of applause. Again, well, not give her a round of applause, but show her classes coming up. If you missed it, don't diss it. This is it right here. The Esoteric and Metaphysics and Kemetic Bible classes begin 12/21/21. That's December 21st. Winter Solstice, she got a 13-week course. Tuition is only $20 a week for 13 weeks. So you know, times 13, 20 times 13, you know what it is. Scholarship and payment plans available. Napah Shadah. Make sure you email at the email right there. Email her or give her a call at 347 right now, 707-8820. 10 and join the class. All right, join the class. If y'all missed it, this is the show that we did. The Metaphysics of Religion or Real Legions. Woo! She was unpacking her stuff, man, doing her thing. Big up to her. I got a major announcement happening on December 1st, so make sure y'all tune into this show. And don't forget, we got Professor Smalls on December 5th and Empress Yendez on December the 8th. Regardless of land, labor, or language, there's but one God. And in the immortal words of Marcus Mosiah Garvey, up your mighty nation, you could accomplish what you will. We are out of here, family, and I want to thank my team members all the time, these lovely sisters that work with me. I love them. That's the New Journey, and of course, Sensei Shirley. Love y'all, love y'all, love y'all to bits.
Hey, this is King Simon. Remember, make sure you go to my website, kingsimonproductions.wordpress.com. That's kingsimonproductions.wordpress.com, or Linktree at King Simon the Numerovation. Get all 4 of my books, and of course, that's the Numerovation for mental stability. Numbers are simple, people are complicated. Numbers are simple, children's health is important, and no promotion is bad promotion. Just spell my name right. Make sure you get them now on all my links. That's kingsimonproductions.wordpress.com. Go now.